Hare Krishna, Chapter 2 Measurement and Form of the Dhamma. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, the moon of Navadip and son of Mother Sachi. All glories to Nityananda Rai, the Avadhuta. All glories to Navadip Dham, the essence of all spiritual abodes, who has the ability to describe the truth of Navadip. Navadip Dham within Gaura Mandala is served by the Ganges and situated in eternal splendor. This Gaura Mandala is 168 miles in circumference, with the Ganges running through the center. Gaura Mandala takes the form of 100-petaled lotus with the most beautiful Navadip in the center. The circumference of the central stamen of the flower, or Antardvipa, is 10 miles and the circumference of 8-petaled flower, or Navadipa, is 32 miles. Outside this are the 100 petals of Gaura Mandala, whose circumference measures 168 miles. According to the scriptures, the diameter of Gaura Mandala is 56 miles and the radius is 28 miles. The center point, situated within Navadipa, is Yogapit, the sacred spiritual abode where the Lord advented. The whole of Gaura Mandala is Chintamani, or touchstone, yielding all desires. The Dham is full of knowledge and bliss and is completely spiritual. The water, the land, the trees, everything in the Dham is spiritual, unlike the dull matter of this material world. Always present in Dham are Krishna's three spiritual energies, Sandhini, Samavit and Alladini. Krishna's original energy, Swarupa Shakti, manifests in this three division. Of these, the Sandhini energy, which supports all existence, finds its perfect function in manifesting the eternal Dham. In that position, the Dham acts eternally as the base or support for the Lord's appearance and activities. All this is the action of the inconceivable energy of the Lord, which is anti-material and completely transcendental. One who sees only the activities of material nature in the Dham is conditioned soul under the influence of ignorance and illusion. When a person's vision is covered by a cloud, he may think that the sun is covered, but actually the sun can never be covered by a cloud. In the same way, only person whose vision is covered by the cloud of illusion is the transcendental form of Gaura Mandala as a transformation of the material energy. Whoever gets the mercy of Lord Nityananda, the master of the Sandhini potency, can see that blissful Dham as spiritual. The holy rivers such as Ganges, Yamuna, as well as the 7 holy cities headed by Prayaga are all situated in various places within Navadip Dham. One who is fortunate can see that this pure realm, Gaura Mandala, is directly the spiritual world. Following the order of Lord Maya, the shadow of Lord Swarupa Shakti spreads her influence of illusion. She covers the eyes of those living entities who have turned away from the Lord, so they are unable to see the glories of the spiritual Dham. Those people who always resides in Gaur Mandala are the most fortunate in the world. Demigods in the heavenly planets see them as having beautiful four-handed forms with blackish complexion. Within the 16 crores of Navadip Dham, the numerous residents who are golden in complexion constantly engage in congregational chanting of the Lord's holy name. Brahma and other demigods come from the outer space and worship them in various ways. Lord Brahma prays, "When will I come to so fortunate to take birth as a blade of grass in Navadip Dham? Then I will receive the dust from the feet of the devotees who are engaged in serving the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga." Alas, Lord Chaitanya has cheated me, for he has placed me in charge of the management of the universe. When will the knots of my karma be cut? When will my mind be purified as I give up false pride? And when will the illusion that I am the supreme authority cease as I become a pure servant under the shelter of Gauranga's lotus feet? The Devas, Rishis and Rudras always reside in different parts of Navadip. Although they are engaged in austerities for a long time, Still, they do not get Nityananda's mercy. As long as bodily consciousness is not given up and humility does not awaken within, one cannot obtain the treasure of Sri Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda's mercy, no matter what effort one make, even if he be Shiva or Brahma. All this will be explained later, oh brother. Just hear it with faith and attention. In this spiritual topic, one should avoid mundane logic and arguments, which are useless and inauspicious. The transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya are a deep ocean, whereas the process of mundane logic is simply troublesome, like the sheet covering the banana flower. Whoever wants to cross the ocean of material existence by logic and argument will simply toil in vain. He will not receive anything. But by giving up false arguments and taking the guidance of Sadhu and Shastra, one will soon receive Sri Chaitanya. For the order of Nityananda Prabhu, the Shruti, Vedas, Smriti, Puranas and Tantra Shastras are continuously singing the glories of Navadip Dham. By reading these scriptures and accepting the words of the devotees, one will realize the truth of Navadip Dham. In Kali Yuga, all holy places are extremely weak, only Navadip is supremely strong. By the Lord's desire, however, this Tirtha was invisible for a long time and its glories lay unrevealed. When the influence of Kali Yuga increased, naturally the holy places lost their power. At that time, desiring the good fortune of all living entities, the Supreme Lord thought, upon diagnosing a disease, a doctor prescribes an appropriate medicine. Accordingly, a strong medicine is given for a severe disease. Now that Kali Yuga has become terrible and the disease is serious, there will be no relief without a strong medicine. If I do not reveal the Dham, the holy name, and my form, entities have recover. Will the entities recover? The living entities are my servants and I am their Lord. If I do not help them, they will never be delivered. Saying this, Lord Chaitanya appeared on earth with his name, Dham, and associates. The Lord promised that he will always deliver the living entities from the troubles of material existence. Gauranga said, without considering who is fit, who is unfit, in this incarnation I will freely distribute the treasure of love, which is rarely attained by even Lord Brahma. I will see how Kali can destroy these living entities. I will manifest Navadip Dham and break the poison teeth of Kali by performing congregational chanting of the holy name of God. As long as my name is sung, Kali will be controlled. Saying this, Gaurhari appeared in the beginning of Kali Yuga in Navadip by his own internal spiritual potency. Withdrawing the covering of illusion, Gaurchandra revealed his eternal pastimes in Gaurmandala. I see no one in Kali Yuga more unfortunate than the lamentable wretched person who does not worship such a merciful Lord as Sri Chaitanya, or who rejects such an inconceivable Dhamma as Navadip. Therefore, give up all other desires and attraction and simply fix your mind on Navadip Dham, aspiring for the shade of the lotus feet of Nitai and Janava. Bhakti Vinoda reveals this truth.